2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. We're at beautiful Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles. I'm Luke Elwey alongside Rich Beam, and this opening hole's about as soft as this course gets.
It's the only hole that is a gift on this golf course. 503 yards, par 5. Tee shot sits well above the fairway, and once you find the fairway or any of the surrounding areas, the only real danger is that gaping bunker in front of the green. You want no part of that for any of the pins. I have to say, Luke, this is the ultimate easy hole, starting hole on the PGA Tour, because after it, the other 17 aren't easy whatsoever. You need to make 4 here or less to get yourself in a good mood. If you make 5, you're going to be a little cranky.
Well, it's all set up for an exciting event. Can't wait to get into this.
That's a little untidy. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
This one might roll into the rough. And here we are with the third shot. Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Well, that's a lovely way to get going. They've already started this event under par.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Unable to find the green on this one.
And coming up well short.
Oh, yeah. What a shot that was.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Oh, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Time for the second shot into the third. Going with the pitching wedge here. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Oh, that was so close to going in. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. This looks good. That's signaling your intent. Go and get amongst it early.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
And after that hole, leading Patrick Cantlay by a couple of strokes. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
A par putt on the table. Oh, that's frustrating. And this one will be for bogey. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, come on, sit. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away. You don't want to miss these. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Now leading by 1 shot. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the 5-iron. Okay, that'll work. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
Looking really good, this one. Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. And that will take him to 3 under. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Missed the green, but you're not upset from that lie.
Nicely done. Good chip shot.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one. He sits in first position. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And that will take him to 4 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
They don't look to be dressed appropriately for their heading to the beach. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Handy out of the bunker there. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Here we go, Rich. The back nine on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Now, 4 under par. Outright first here. And this from the greenside rough. Ooh, that almost went down. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Such soft hands.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently leading by 3. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
Currently at -5 now for the day. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. This is from miles away.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That'll sting a bit. A 7-footer right here. This one's looking good. And in it goes for the par. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Wow, what a shot. Putting for birdie here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Well, what a round this is. 7 birdies today, and that will take him to 6 under. He's currently sitting in first place. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
And he's hit that inside the range. John, do you have any info down there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 4th.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Now, long range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
This is their look at birdie.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
Now, 5 shots up after that hole. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
This would be a great up and down.
How close was that to going down?
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Judging it beautifully.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
That gets the job done.
Currently at 6 under par overall. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
Tracking.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And that will take him to 7 under. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17th, a long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And here we are with the third shot. This one is right down the pipe. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Still in the lead now after that hole. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. And that'll do it.